All right, welcome back to DTR's YouTube channel. As always, I'd like to say thanks to all the new subscribers as well as all the current subscribers. Thanks for checking us out. We really do appreciate it. And let's get on with the next video. All right, we're going to get back to work on our 442. If you've been following along, you saw all the other repairs we've done to this body so far, and now we're at the point of getting the body off the frame so that the body can get sandblasted as needed and the frame can get dismantled and sent out for sandblasting and powder coating as well. So let's have some fun and get the body removed. right, so that wasn't very hard, was it? Nice thing about having a two-post lift makes this job much easier. Obviously I did it all on my own. I don't remember the last thing I had on this rotisserie. Mine's drawing a blank. But halfway into it, I realized I had to swap these around to get this end up. Now I'm at the point where I have to put some sort of bracing to close the door jamb up to keep the body from wanting to, collapse on itself. In this situation, the metalwork was done while it was sitting on the frame. So realistically, I only have to put a brace in for the sake of transport, because this body is only going to get sandblasted mainly on the exposed remaining maroon areas. The bottom side of the car still has the factory undercoating on it, what appears to be the factory undercoating on it, and it looks pretty nice. I will rotate the body, pressure wash it, and I'm going to put one nice even fresh coat on it to even it out. But for me to clean all that undercoating off to put something else on it isn't really necessary, because it's in fantastic shape. We've seen the floors, the trunk, all of this stuff is in really good shape. So there's really no need to create a whole bunch of more work and expense for something that's in very good shape. But point being, if you were doing rotisserie work a larger extent, you would want to definitely brace the car, the body, a lot more, and you would want to do it while the body's still on the frame, because again, the body is sitting on the frame where it belongs. Put your braces in, and then when you pick up that body, it's not going to flex or move at all. I did just try this body, lifting it or lowering the lift and leaving it just on the weight or on the arms of the rotisserie, and from the top edge of the door jamb over across to the door hinge, it moved maybe a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch, which isn't a lot, but I'm considering that when this thing gets loaded up onto the rollback to go to sandblasting and is bouncing down the road, you're gonna, it's gonna be doing this. So I'll just put that to secure the body from flexing. The other thing, normally what I do when I'm doing any kind of rotisserie work, and what you should try to do, is brace the body in such a way that you can still put the doors on, because the doors really tell the story of the body being square or not. That tells the opening, your door opening, whether your door is correct or not. But for this case, all I have to do is make some sort of brace just for the sake of transportation. Because the other thing I do when, if I'm going to work on this body and it's before the frame's done, what I normally do is I will lower the rotisserie down and then put the body on stands to take that, if there is any kind of flex or preload in it, just to relieve it off of the just the weight of the ends holding it up. But that's, you know, I'll only be doing, there'll be a little bit of welding work I have to do, but it's all nothing structural. It's just basically filling up some holes, and then it's on to doing some plastic work and such, which it doesn't need to be on the frame in this case to do that. I'll just have to jack it so that it's nice and rigid and it doesn't have any kind of, you don't want any kind of flex going on if you're doing any work on it. So I guess I'll make some braces and continue on. All right, we're all set. We got the body lined up pretty nicely. That's one other thing with when you put a car in a rotisserie, getting your pivot point with your center of mass all balanced out does make a huge difference. This rotisserie only has adjustment in these arms. Some of the fancier rotisseries have a screw that you can turn to get it to the point where it turns relatively easy. But regardless, she's turning really nice. And again, this isn't getting a full job, so it's just a matter of being on the rotisserie for transportation and storage while the frame's getting worked on. I did find, I remembered I had braces made from years ago when we did the 67 Camaro. That was a rotisserie restoration, kind of like this one is. Now what I did was I bolted it to the top pillar bolt where the top bolt goes in the fender into the pillar, and then I just drilled holes back here inside the quarter in a place where is good and structured, plus after I take the brace out I can just weld those holes shut. I was going to just put some weld on, but again, I warn you about if you're going to brace a body and you're going to start welding braces and brackets on. As you know, welding makes heat. Welding causes things to shrink and warp and so on. So you got to be really careful when going crazy bracing a car. You may actually be doing more damage than good depending on how you're doing it. So by bolting these reinforcements in, there's no chance of that happening. So I feel more comfortable doing it that way. But again, as I've said in many other videos, you do things how you want to do it and what might be easier for you. I do things the way I do it because I think I have less chance of error, which is why I'm sharing this information, because this is hard enough to do. So the last thing you want to do is do it the wrong way and struggle and create more work for yourself. So with all this being said, I'm going to throw some more air in my rotisserie tires and get off a few more incidental pieces that are left on it, and sometime in the future I'll be able to have this sent over for sandblasting. So once again, thanks for tuning in to DTR's YouTube channel. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration of getting this body on the rotisserie. Thanks to all the new subscribers and as well as the current subscribers. We really do appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.